I'm finally out of high school. I graduated just a few days ago, and I'm so excited to finally show you all of the art that I've made all throughout high school. Now, the only thing that I did not include was my stuff from AP Art. I decided to make that into a different video once I get my score released, so I kind of want to just keep that part a little as a surprise. And, I felt as if AP Art itself was an experience that deserved its own separate video to really explain, what the experience was like, what I wish I did, what I wish I didn't do, likes, dislikes, such stuff like that. But yeah. So I actually kind of had a different experience from most people with my art journey. For my freshman year, I actually did not do Art 1 because I just simply could not fit it into my schedule. So I actually did Art 1 my sophomore year. Then my end of my sophomore year, I remember my Art 1 teacher telling us that even though we started Art 1 late, we still had the potential to do AP Art if we wanted, as long as we had, I think, a B or higher. I had an A in the class, but I never really considered AP Art until she mentioned it. So the following year, when I entered into Art 2 with a new teacher my junior year, I think at the beginning of the year she had this sheet and she was just like, write down any questions you may have for me. So I just wrote something down in regards to maybe doing AP Art my senior year. And later she ended up pulling me aside and telling me, of course, it's very much possible and that she actually had an idea for me. So we actually ended up getting it arranged so that the first semester of my junior year, I ended up taking Art 2, and then the second semester I ended up doing Art 3, just so I could have experience in both levels of art and being a little bit better prepared for AP. So yeah, if you're wondering, that's a surprisingly low amount of art that you made for 4 years of high school, that is why. Yeah, I didn't include any AP art, obviously, and I only really did half a year of Art 2 and 3. And also, now that I think about it, when I did Art 1, that was the COVID year, so everything was online, and we definitely did less projects than we would have if we were in person. I had a vendor show recently. I put a bunch of my paintings into this tub, and I just never ended up taking them out because I'm going to have another one coming up soon, so I might as well just keep them packed up. And I think I might have actually... Oh, aha! I found it. Now that I'm actually sharing this experience out loud, it made me remember I actually had no intention of going past Art 1. I just wanted to do Art 1 to try it, have a fun class throughout the day, and then the following years fit it in with the other required classes. And I think the reason why I decided to go on to Art 2 actually was because I felt a little cheated from that COVID year, and I really wanted the full experience of an art class instead of a online one where we had less projects. And I'm really glad I pursued that. I had such a great experience, not even just in AP Art, but the other art classes in general. I feel like I learned a lot, but still had a sense of independence and was able to be creative. This class was certainly one that I looked forward to every single day, and I just had the best teachers that supported me, and they're the reasons why I'm actually going to pursue art education for my degree now. And yeah, this year, for my senior year, I decided, last minute on a whim, to try out ceramics. I never was really one to do three-dimensional art, but I was really intrigued by it, and I decided to give it a go. And let me tell you, doing ceramics, literally changed my life. I am so excited for college when I get to be in art school and try out all these different things. And while I knew I was gonna enjoy ceramics, I truly had no idea I was going to enjoy it this much. I kind of want to be a ceramics teacher now instead of just a standard art teacher. But obviously I still have a love for painting and drawing and all the basics such as that. And it actually works out in my favor because I was told by my advisor that I'm gonna have to pick a second discipline, I guess you could say. So you, for example, you would choose painting as one main thing you would be able to teach, but you are required to learn another art skill of some sort that you can do in order to get your teaching degree. So I'm really excited because I'm gonna pick ceramics once I'm able to apply for an art education major. And obviously not all of my ceramics projects are perfect. I know they aren't perfect, but I just still love like almost every single one of them. I say almost because there's one in particular that like was an absolute disaster. You'll see it coming up at some point in this video. But overall, even though they're imperfect, I love them all. And I honestly think part of it was like a time issue. I think if I had more time, they would have been executed at a better quality. Ceramics 1, it wasn't as much of an issue, but Ceramics 2, definitely it was an issue, just because there's only 4 wheels, and we basically were doing 2 projects at once, because the class was divided. One project would be wheel work, and the other project would be hand build. Although, now that I think about it, a lot of my Ceramics 2 projects are like executed at a better quality than my Ceramics 1 projects, even though I was working on 2 projects at once. I think another part of the reason I really like ceramics is just the actual making of it. It's just so therapeutic to be touching the clay and sculpting and things like that. Obviously art in itself, it's pretty therapeutic to me. Like I love painting, but ceramics, something about it is just very different from traditional art media, I guess I should say, and I feel like it's really much like reflected in the works that you see right now. I think what makes ceramics different for me too is I feel like I could spend all day working on a ceramics project in class, whereas obviously I love art, like AP art, but like I feel like I got frustrated or just like a little like burnt out in a sense after a certain point, especially because we had to make 20 pieces of art technically. And it was just really draining after a certain point, whereas ceramics, I felt like, I guess, gave you a chance to slow down. But yeah, overall, a really positive experience. 10 out of 10 would recommend. If your school provides a ceramics program, you should definitely take it if you ever want to take an art class. I honestly wish that I would have taken ceramics like years before my senior year, but I guess that's just kind of how it played out. I will say, like, I think every single year except for my senior year, I had to do an overload schedule where basically I had to come in an hour earlier to school to fit in all of my classes that I needed or wanted to take. So I wouldn't wish that upon anyone. So if your schedule fits, if it fits in your schedule, I guess I should say, go ahead and take it. Regardless of whether you think you're a creative person or not, I feel like every person that leaves that class is like holding their creation like it's their own child and like loves it to death, even if they know it doesn't look the best. I know I certainly feel the same way about all of my pieces. But yeah, I can sense this video coming to a close soon, so to wrap it up, I just hope you guys really enjoyed this video and enjoyed seeing all of my art. I know it's not perfect, but obviously it's classes where I progressed in my abilities and learned how to be a better artist. So I'm hoping you enjoyed watching my growth as an art student, and I'm really excited to show you my AP art portfolio once my score comes out. Those pieces of work just mean so much to me, and I'm really excited to show you a piece of myself that I haven't really, I guess, discussed or talked about with anyone else. So I think the scores come out maybe July, so I know it's going to be a hot minute, so hopefully you guys are a little patient and can wait a little bit longer. Anyway guys, thank you so much for watching. I know I've been kind of MIA for a hot minute because with AP art, that consumed my entire life, so I'm really glad to finally be able to sit down and make a video, and I'm really excited to make art that has like no, I guess, like strings attached, like no pressure, can relax, do it for fun, and to do it on my own time. So I'm hoping maybe I could be a little more active on social media, not you know, posting every day or every week, but you know, posting once in a while, way more than I have this entire year. But yeah, I think I've been rambling long enough. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next video. Guess